Hello, my dear friends. So I've got 1 hour free and I decided to do this video because I saw that this is the videos that you like. So let's talk about all the digital pianos of today. Not all of them. I'm not going to talk about the high range piano. I'm going to talk about pianos between $500, let's say, and $3,000. So this is the range. Above this, I guess I won't talk. So this is to the people that the budget is a factor. And let's talk about not just the budget, the uses for each one, okay? So let's start with the pianos that I recommend at the to start with. Let's say the most cheap pianos, but still with good sounds, okay? So I wanted you to see a website where I'm buying my instruments. It's called the Thomann. It's a music shop in Germany, and they've got a good prices. So I opened their first stage piano page because we are talking about portable pianos first. In fact, we are going to talk only about portable pianos, okay? So, and this is by the popularity there. So this one, the Yamaha P45, I do not recommend any of the Yamahas. This one is my most recommended one because the price is only $600, and I've got this piano. I have to say, I've got this piano, and it's a great piano. Okay, so this one is a great piano for beginners, and it's got good sounds. And the Roland FP30X, the advantage of it on the, let's say, entry level piano, as an entry level piano, it's the only one on this price range that got also audio interface. So if you have a laptop, you can play your pianos, your VST pianos, which are usually higher quality than internal pianos on a digital piano. You can play directly with one cable from your computer to your digital piano. So what it make it very versatile, and in fact unlimited voices. When you've got a computer, this instrument has unlimited sounds and voices, and in fact it's the only one at this price range that can become in fact a practical portable studio. Okay, so this one can use and with this one you do not need to go to a gig with sound card. What I mean, I know that church musicians, but many musicians today are going with MIDI keyboard, sound card, and laptop. Okay, so this giving you the MIDI keyboard and the sound card together in one instrument, so you do not need sound card with this one, and you've got also very good key action, and you've got also a internal sound. So this is sort of a perfect MIDI keyboard with not decent, high-end, I think, internal sounds, which you can use at gigging. And I have to tell you, I tried to gig with a laptop and I found myself too many times going to the internal sound, which are more convenient to you as a musician, to go to split in one keyboard, and you don't need to go if you didn't prepare your show before on your laptop. Don't lose laptop. Don't use laptop on your gigging. So I'm talking about the gigging pianos, because as a gigging pianist, you have to have light instrument unless you are very bulky and strong man and young man. But to my opinion, over 15 kilos, 17 kilos, 18 kilos maximum is a good weight for a digital piano. Of course, as lighter as better, yes? So this one is about 15 kilos or 14 kilos. Let's see. Let's see the weight. Yes, 15 kilos, it's okay. It's not the lightest, but the action and the features, because it's got 55 sounds, okay, versus all the other on this price category, which got between 20 to 30 sounds, okay? So it's got much more string section, it's got a horn section, it's got many sounds. So if you are depending on its sounds, you've got enough sounds to hold the regular gig, unless you need something special. And in fact, with the app, with the smartphone, you got access to all the general MIDI sounds. So you've got here more than 100 sounds. Then you got, in fact, access to all the sounds you need. But usually, I do not recommend to use the sound from the general MIDI, because this is a not professional graded sound. Okay, the internal 55 sounds are supernatural sounds. So yes, I do recommend the FP30X as a starter piano. And the next one on the same the next that I will recommend is $100 more, and it's the Kawai ES120. And the ES120, to my opinion, have a better piano sounds, more features on the piano. What I mean is you've got I saw that on the Roland you don't have the sample of the pedal noise, the sustain pedal noise, and Kawai got everything, okay? And let's talk about so Kawai ES120 I prefer over, but if you have a little bit more budget, go with the 520. So the Kawai ES520, this is 700, and let's see how the 520 is. Instead of 700, 885, so it's $185 more, but here you've got screen, you've got two 20-watt speakers, so you've got speakers even stronger than my ES8. Yes, it does not have the best Kawai sample engine here, but the sample engine on the ES520 and 120 are good enough and are better, to my opinion, than all the other competitors. So if you want the best piano you can get on a standalone machine, the Kawai ES120 and the 520 are better options, to my opinion, my personal opinion, than the Roland, but both of them do not have audio interface. So to my opinion, the cheaper price of the Roland and the audio interface are, and the more sounds, 55 versus 20 or 25, maximum 30 sounds. So me personally, except the pianos, I think that the Roland sounds are the same quality or even better in some cases. So I don't know what to tell you. If it's your only digital piano, I would go with the Kawai. and not the Roland. But if it's your second, I will have Roland, as I do. I have an ES8 of Kawai, and the second piano that I've got is the Roland FP30X. But again, if I didn't have the ES8, I would go with the Kawai ES520 or the 120 if my budget was limited. But if not, I would go with the ES 920, okay? Which is the next category we are going to talk about. Now we are talking about instruments that are less than $1,000, and the best instrument you can get at this price, to my opinion, it's the Kawai ES 520. As you can see, this is the best instrument you can get under. The next piano I want to talk is the Roland RD88, because the RD88 has a magnificent price. It's only $1,000 here, and you see it's half price than the RD2000. I like the pianos better than the 2000 because the RD88 has sampled piano, the Supernatural sampled piano, and the RD2000 have the module piano. I know the RD2000 have also the sampled piano engine, but you do not, I don't know if you have an access in the RD2000 to the engines, to the internal, parameters of the sound, the piano sound engine on the RD2000 on the sampled piano. I'm not talking about the module piano. I know it have all the features and you can do whatever you want, but with the sampled piano on the RD2000, I need to check it out. But anyway, me personally, I prefer the RD88 because two things. First of all, the sample pianos, the price, the weight. Okay, the RD2000, to my opinion, it's better on the action, of course, the PHA50 versus the PHA4. But I like them both. Okay, I like the PHA4 also, so it's not a thing for me, and the weight is very, the difference in weight is very, this one weight 13.5 kilos, so this is a perfect stage piano because it's got also speakers, 6-watt, two 6-watt speakers, which are pretty good, I have to say. I heard it on the store and it's pretty good. And the RD2000, which does not have speakers, is weight almost 22 kilos, okay? So it's almost half of the weight. So for gigging, to my opinion, the RD88 is much better, okay? And I can also recommend for gigging the Phantom O, because it's the same as the RD88 but with more features, pads, looping, and things like that. This is just a preset machine, and the Phantom O got more things happening on the programming things, and in fact it's got sequencer and everything you need to produce music without computer, the Phantom O. But the Phantom O and the RD, let's see how much. This is only $1,000, and let's see the Phantom O. Phantom 08, okay? So it's $800 more. I don't know if it's justifying, but I think on the scene of workstation, let's say, like this, because the Phantom 8 you can use it as a stage piano, in fact, because the pianos here are the same as the RD88, I guess. The same engine anyway. And the same engine as the FP30X and the FP60X, by the way. And the piano engine I'm talking. But here you've got, as you can see, pads. You You've got all the features you need, you know, faders, knobs, everything you need as a keyboard controller. And this is a full-fledged keyboard controller with a full-fledged sequencer inside of it. So yes, and it's not heavy. So this is a very, you see, it's only 15 kilos. It's weight like my FP30X, okay? And it's a magnificent machine, but as I can see it, it's too long. I wish they put, like in the RD88, they put the bend wheel and everything over here and make the piano more short. But anyway, this is what they decided, and we are respecting them. You see, this thing should be smaller, but never mind. So if you've got the money and you want the workstation thing, I recommend the Phantom. Kawai does not have any workstation. It's got the MP7 SE. So why didn't I recommend the MP7 SE for gigging? Because the MP7 SE is too heavy. It's not too heavy, it's 22 kilos. So if you want to compare it like to the RD2000 and the CP88 and the S9 or S7 from Dexibel, or it's, of course they've got models that are lighter, but this is the weight, you know, 21, 22 kilos, 23 kilos, 20 kilos, between 18 kilos and 23 kilos. This is the weight of the flagship stage piano from all of the companies. So Kawai is on the higher end because it produced like my ES8. It produced from metal and wood, very thick panel wood. So it built like a tank, and it's on the heavy side, okay? So of course, as a gigging pianist, I will prefer 13 kilo piano over 23, 10 kilos more, okay? It's almost half of the weight. So, and I like the Roland sound also. So the weight, and also Roland have audio interface built in the RD88, and the Kawai does not. That's why I didn't recommend the Kawai. For home studio, I will recommend the Kawai over the RD88 and over the RD2000, just because of the magnificent pianos on the Kawai, and the action of the Kawai is unparalleled to other action. With the feel of Kawai is perfect. I think it's better than all the other companies, and it's making sense because Kawai are producing acoustic pianos. But what does not make sense is Yamaha. Why didn't I talk about Yamaha? Because I don't like the Yamaha action. The Yamaha action is very heavy, and it's get malfunction. Also Kawai, but Yamaha got also malfunction, also very heavy. So if you are playing the Yamaha, I'm talking about the GHS on the P125 and the Modix 8. And I used to have Yamaha, I used to have the CLP 535. So I had the better, also plastic, but little bit better action from the Clavinova series, but it's also pretty heavy. The Kawai action is heavy. The Yamaha action is heavy. The P515 is almost 80 grams to take it down. When a regular piano is 50, it's between 45 grams to 55, 60 grams maximum. So Yamaha have very heavy action, and the action is a big deal. And on the lower, on the entry point pianos, like the P5, the P125 and the P45, the P125A today, I do not really like the piano sounds. They are a little bit more too bright to my taste, and too, like, if I'm comparing it to the Kawai pianos are much better. And The P125 used to have audio interface. Now the P125A have a string resonance and key of noise, but it does not have audio interface. So yes, it's cheaper than the Kawai, but if I will go, it's almost the same price as the Roland, and the Roland is better. So if you are talking about price, the Roland is better. If you are talking about sounds, piano sounds, the Kawai is better. If the Yamaha are better in one thing, they are keeping the price of the piano, the value keeping on Yamaha is amazing because people love Yamaha. So if you've got Yamaha, one thing you can be sure, it will be easy to sell it and at a good price. So you won't lose money like on other brands, because Yamaha is very, very popular, because most of the people that do not understand at this area, which usually buy these entry-level pianos, are looking for Yamaha, because Yamaha is famous, is more famous than all the other companies. So everyone's saying Yamaha is good, which I do agree on other instruments except the pianos and the entry-level pianos, because Yamaha, there is a big difference between the high-quality pianos, the more expensive models, and the cheaper models. So they are giving you as you pay. If you are paying for a cheap piano, you will get cheap sound, cheap action, cheap everything. And if you are getting not very cheap, not like the other, but not, the samples are not on the same quality as Roland and Kawai on the same price range. I'm talking about the entry level. On the P515, by the way, the pianos are marvelous, okay? So if I will go with Yamaha, and the P515 also got audio interface. So if I want a piano for home, I will consider Yamaha over Kawai, but over Kawai ES8, not over the Kawai ES920, because the 920 is lighter and I can take it to gig, and the ES8 and the ES and the P515 from Yamaha are heavier. They are 23 kilos versus 17 kilos. So if you want to use it also for playing outside and for home use, then the ES920 are the best. If you just want for home use, me personally, I also will go with the Kawai ES920 and not the Yamaha P515, because Yamaha P515 does not have upright sample. They've got only basically two samples of grand pianos, amazing samples. I'm talking about the CFX and the Bosendorfer, amazing pianos, but except these two pianos, you do not have other, let's say, full samples of pianos. You've got other presets, of course, but I guess it's based on the same pianos or less high-level pianos. But anyway, on Kawai, you've got the ES920, which is parallel to the P515. You've got a Kawai best sample engine, and you've got their 3 grand pianos and 1 full upright sample. So you've got 4 full 88 samples pianos, which one of them is upright. So it's twice the amount of pianos than Yamaha, the amount of samples inside, let's say, of pianos of Yamaha than Yamaha. And it's a matter of taste, because me, I like to have an upright sample. And also, by the way, all of the range, the new range of Kawai, like the ES120, 520, 920, all of them got an upright sample of the K60. And all of them got the SK Shiguru, but the 920 is the only one that got, all of them got the SK Concert Grand and the EX Concert Grand and the K60. These 3 pianos, all of Kawai range, have the samples. Of course, not the same level of samples, but same level of engines, but the same samples of these three pianos. The 920, my ES8 and all the higher range, let's say, pianos, got also the SK5. If you've got on your Kawai the SK5, then you've got the best piano engine, which is called Harmonic Imaging XL, okay, extra long. So now let's go and tell you which piano you can get with the best sampling piano at the best price. So to my opinion, with speakers I'm talking now, okay? So to my opinion, it's the ES920, okay? The ES120, which costs $1,430, and the P515, okay? The P515 is costing a little bit cheaper, but they are at the same, almost the same price, yes. How much the first one was? This is 1444 and the ES920. So I can tell you something. It's the same price. Even the Yamaha, it's a little bit expensive. $10. It's not a big deal. So, to my opinion, between these two, first of all, the 920 is lighter. So, if it's for gigging for you, go with the 920. If it's because the 920, the ES8, the MP7 SE, the MP11, the CA59 and above have the same sampling engine. This is the most high-end sampling engine in Kawai, except the rendering engine which you've got on the CA701 and 901 and above, and the Arius. Okay, but on these price levels, this is the best. And also, by the way, on the higher level, like the 701 and the 901, you've got also these samples. But they've got also 2 and 3 pianos which have more microphones. And I don't care about the number of microphones. To my opinion, it's not a big deal. But anyway, you've got here, you can hear the sound. So this is the best piano sample you can get from Kawai, and I can say it also on the Yamaha. So the Yamaha has two marvelous pianos, the CFX and the Bosendorfer, and they are really great. So, but as I told you before, here you've got 3 pianos. So this is one, and this is true about all the pianos I mentioned. So these 4 samples you've got on the 920, the MP7 SE, the MP11, and all the other high-range pianos from Kawai. Again, the EX, the SK, the EX, the SK5, and the upright piano, which is, we know, K60, okay, K6, K60, K600, I don't know which one, but they are the same piano, just from another generation. So listen to the upright piano. Okay, let's go on. So for studio use, and I'm not talking about very famous and popular piano company called Nord, because the Nord is not on the price level of these pianos.